Her mom said she didn't want her and just let her go to the streets of Vegas at 15, which I lived in Vegas for 20 years. I know it's a hub for trafficking. The younger, the better. I was in California working, so I called the National Child Missing Hotline, and they would basically give me any information, just that, yeah, she made it to school that day. And then CPS had picked her up because evidently her and her mom got in a fight, or I'm not exactly sure what went down at her mom's house. CPS took her, and she kept on running away. Her mom said she didn't want her and just let her go to the streets of Vegas at 15. Which I lived in Vegas for 20 years. I know it's a hub for trafficking. The younger, the better, you know? So I would fly down there every week, 3 days a week, and look for, put out flyers. It took me about a year to find her and $10,000. I'm just glad that it was, I hate to say this, that COVID hit because Vegas was shut down, thank God. I ran into Saved America online and read about them. I filled out the application online, and Alexandria contacted me. She helped me find her and get the legal paperwork. Eventually, I did find her. I was my last day there in Vegas after spending a year. It was windy that day, and I just threw up a bunch of flyers. And I'm offering these street kids money, pocket money, if you've seen her, you know. But in the end, Alexandria helped me get her out of Vegas. I took her to Reno so I wouldn't leave Nevada illegally with her. And she helped me get a hotel room and helped me get her into a facility. And they were tracking her Facebook or whatever, but she didn't have a phone at the time. So I was going to the places where I thought she'd hang out at and hang out there. And so I'd sleep during the day and I'd be on the streets at night of Vegas. I talked to a lot of homeless girls, and I wish I could have helped every one of them. So anyway, I threw up these flyers in the wind. I flew home Friday. She called me Saturday, and I went and got her and took her into Reno. She wasn't on drugs, thank God. She wasn't. So she's just dirty and hungry, and she'd been living in the tunnels of Vegas. She got picked up by a predator. I mean, and he's just, I know he was making her do things she didn't want to do, although she won't admit up to me today because she feels ashamed, I guess. But I have pictures of the clothes she had. I mean, no 15-year-old girl wears clothes like this. And I believe that he would have sold her if it hadn't been, the virus hadn't shut down Vegas. When I got to Reno at the hospital, first thing Alexandria said, take her to the hospital, get her checked out. Found out she was pregnant. So they treated her, and she wanted to keep the baby. He was 19, I think, and he's telling her, you know, what they tell him. I'm the only one that loves you. I'll take care of you, yada, yada, yada. I wanted her to know that somebody, you know, loves her and wants to take care of her and doesn't want her to be on the streets. And, you know, she's got to know that I'm there for her. Her mom told her I was dead. And, you know, and I know that what it feels like to really not have any family. I wanted her to just know that, you know, I'd do anything for her and get her off those streets. It's nowhere for a 15-year-old to be. She's doing great. We got her into a program. She spent a month I want to say a mental hospital, but that's not right. It's a reprogramming. And then I got her into a place called Casa de Vida in Reno, which is for pregnant teenage girls. And they really never took a 16-year-old before, but they let Nevaeh stay there, and she stayed there for a whole year. And it was a very nice place, and they teach you, they put you back in school, they let you stay there and get you back out into society. So it was a great program for that year. Then she had the baby and moved in with me. You know, it's getting good. The baby is incredible, smart as a whip, and you know, I wouldn't expect that I would be a great grandma at 57, but I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get, you know, that baby didn't ask to be born. So Saved in America, I think is a great program, and I think we need everybody out there. And like I said, if I could take all the girls that I've seen on the streets, young girls, on Tropicana and I talk to. I wish I could help every one of them. I know they don't want to be out there. And Nevaeh is going to go back to school and get another job. She was working in Reno. So she wants to go back to school and she wants to be a nail tech and hair tech. So I encourage her to do whatever she wants to do. I'm there for her.